when your intentions sound like pressure, deadlines, self-criticism, well, the nervous system just says, oh, this is stress. When your intentions sound like safety or patience or consistency or even just self-trust, the body is no longer being threatened and it can shift more likely into that repair mode. I think a healing intention should make your body feel relieved, not threatened. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Welcome back to the Pain Free for Life podcast. I think as we step into the new year, there's a phrase that shows up everywhere. New year, new you. And for a lot of people, that phrase feels really heavy. It's very daunting. It sounds like you weren't good enough last year. You need to fix yourself. You're doing stuff wrong. This is the year you finally get it right. But healing doesn't really work that way, right? So today's episode is about reframing the new year, not as a demand for transformation, but as an invitation to set healing intentions that are realistic, compassionate, and most importantly, actually sustainable. It's not about resolutions. It's not about direction or alignment or capacity in and of themselves. It's about putting it all together into one solid plan. So, first off, intentions are more important than resolutions. Let's start with that. Because a resolution is usually outcome focused. You're going to say, I'm going to lose weight. Maybe I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to eliminate my pain. I'm going to fix symptoms. I'm going to be more disciplined. But an intention, on the other hand, is process focused. You want to look at it from how you want to relate to your body, how you want to respond to stress, how you want to support healing in the day-to-day. Resolutions often fail because they assume that unlimited energy and perfect conditions exist. They're not really designed to work outside of that vacuum. Intentions work because they respect reality, right? They know that energy fluctuates, setbacks occur, busy schedules get in the way, emotional stress happens, things will happen to us. Chronic symptoms can knock you down. Healing intentions are about how you show up, not forcing a specific deliberate result. One of the biggest misunderstandings about healing is the idea that effort equals progress, right? In reality, healing depends on capacity. If your nervous system is overwhelmed, your body will not heal faster just because you want it to. If your energy reserves are low, pushing harder is actually going to stifle your recovery. It's going to slow it down. So I think before setting any intentions, ask yourself, what is my body realistically capable of right now? What feels supportive instead of demanding? And where am I already stretched thin? A powerful healing intention often sounds like, I will work within my capacity and I will build that capacity gradually. And that alone can reduce stress and improve outcomes because it's realistic. I think the strongest plan to start with is, instead of setting 10, 20 goals, choose one foundational intention that everything else can grow around. Whether that's, this year I prioritize nervous system regulation, or this year I will focus on consistency instead of intensity. This year I listen to early signals instead of pushing through. Or this year I'm going to support my body daily, even in small ways. Foundational intentions act massively well when they use like a filter. They help you decide what to say yes to and what to let go of. If an action supports the intention, then you can keep it. But then on the flip side, if an action drains you, then reconsider it. If this was a resolution, you're telling yourself, I have to do this, no matter what, even if it's hard. And that's really hard to keep up with. So let's look at some healing intentions for real life. What do they look like in practice? I think, a New Year's resolution might be, hey, this year I'm going to fix my sleep. But what if instead you figured out how? You say, this year I intend to create a calmer evening routine, and that will protect my ability to sleep effectively. Or instead of, I'm going to eliminate all inflammatory foods. Easier said than done, right? It's great when you're looking at that a month away. And then when it creeps up on you, you're like, oh, but I don't want to give this up. Or I can't give this up. It's going to be really hard. Instead of this, try, I intend to nourish my body with foods that help me feel stable and energized. Or instead of, I'm going to stick to everything perfectly, unlike I've done in the past, I try something like, I intend to return to my plan gently when life disrupts it. So if you get disrupted, you're still going to adhere to it, but you're going to ease back into it again. I think it's easy to say that you're only going to get better if you never fall off track, right? But that's not what healing is. That's not realistic. Healing is about how quickly and kindly you return. If you refuse to do that in that way, you're actually going to disrupt your ability to heal. Now, something else that gets overlooked is your nervous system. And people will say the nervous system is separate from everything else. And it's almost like it's being viewed in a vacuum. But your nervous system is actually listening to your intentions as well. And when your intentions sound like pressure, deadlines, self-criticism, well, the nervous system just says, oh, this is stress. When your intentions sound like safety or patience or consistency, right? Or even just self-trust, the body is no longer being threatened, and it can shift more likely into that repair mode. I think a healing intention should make your body feel relieved, not threatened. If you say your intention out loud and you feel tension rise, that's information that we should listen to. Now, let's do a little exercise. Why not? So let's do a short reflection that you can pause and come back to later. So ask yourself, what did my body handle well last year? Think about that. What were you able to tolerate? What could you do? What could you achieve? Ask yourself, where did I push past my limits? At what point did I hit the breaking point and make things worse? Ask yourself, what support did I wish I had more of? And be honest. No one is going to judge you. This is you, right? Ask yourself what you wish you had more of, whether that's familial support, a better medical support team, more supplementation. Did you wish that you had a clearer diet? Things like that. Or another thing you can ask yourself is what did my body need more of this year? Or what does it need more of this year? Does it need more rest? Does it need more structure? Does it need more movement? Or does it need things to just be simple? It's all okay. And from that, complete the following sentence, okay? Say, this year, my primary healing intention is to blank. There's no right answer, right? There's only an honest one. Out of all of those things, build into one sentence, one intention. Now, there's also the opportunity to let intentions evolve. And I think this is where we often get fixed with resolutions, is that they are a fixed thing. And we either fail them or we succeed. And in most cases, I'm sure 9 out of 10 people do fail resolutions because they are so rigid. So here's a reminder. Your intention, your healing intention, is not a contract with yourself. It's allowed to evolve. And in fact, it's a very good thing if we let it do so. Whether your capacity grows or shrinks even, your intention can shift. It can shift from trying to just stabilize something to holding a resilient point. Or it could shift from rest and just taking the time to rest into taking the time to rebuild as well. Or from recovery, where you're like in this, I need to get over this, to expansion. And none of that is failure. That's progress. Even if it goes the other way, it's better to take it back a step and build your tolerance up so that you can actually continue to succeed than just dropping the whole thing entirely. So checking in quarterly or even monthly with yourself helps keep your intentions aligned with a realistic goal. And a realistic goal is what you need. You don't need unrealistic expectations. No one does. Whether you're in chronic pain or chronic disease or you're a perfectly healthy individual, you don't need to do something unrealistic. So maybe new year, new you doesn't mean becoming someone else, okay? Maybe it means a more regulated nervous system. Maybe it means a better communication with your body or fewer extremes, more trust, and more sustainable healing. Healing intentions, they aren't about becoming new. They're about becoming more supported. They're about becoming more resourced, more aligned with who you are. And I think if you do that, we're making some good steps to a very successful new year. So thank you for spending this time with me today. If this episode resonated, feel free to share it with someone who's starting the year feeling hopeful, but also tired, right? And as always, take care of yourself. We will see you in the next episode. We got a lot of them lined up this year. Take care, everyone.